Hi and welcome to my channel, Buying Time. I'm Mike, or Mikey, whatever you prefer to call me. Today is just a bit of a rant, to be honest with you. I'm not having a good week or a good run. You know, I started a job, I've been off work for pretty much 2 years. I was medically signed off from work. They terminated my contract employment on medical grounds. Now, I've been trying to recover for 2 years, so I've detoxed from alcohol and painkillers. I've done some psychological therapy, been diagnosed with some issues, mental health issues, and some physical issues, as well as the damage that has come as a result of taking absolute copious amounts of painkillers. Now, I can't afford to live at the moment. You know, what's coming in is not meeting my bills, and so every month I'm falling more and more into debt. So instead of letting that carry on to its conclusion, I started reapplying for jobs again, and I was given a job as a vehicle technician again, which I didn't want. You know, I because that's my skill set, that's what I'm equipped for. I just keep falling into that pipeline, and you know, I got this job with a really good company, very good company, really, very good people. Yeah, and look, I started on day one. Now they started me in the parts department on day one, and I was in there for about 2 or 3 days, and during them 3 days they told me that there was actually a parts position going. So I asked what the money was, and they told me, and although it was a wage decrease, I thought, well, I can live off that, and I'll be doing something that I want to do. No, it doesn't work like that for me. You know, it just doesn't work like that for me. What happened instead was the parts manager was all for it. He really likes me. He wants me on board in there. But because I signed up as a technician contract, the sort of like head of business, if you like, the person who says yes or no decisions like that, said no, we can't facilitate the move. So I said, can you give me 24 hours to think about it? And he said, well, it's either you're going to be a technician or, you know. And I said, yeah, well, that's what I'm going to think about. So I come home and I just couldn't get over that sort of like barrier. I just don't want to go back working in a workshop again. I'm tired of working for people, earning people fortunes, and I keep coming out with peanuts at the end of the month, and it's been like that all the way through my career. You know, I've had it up to here. I don't want to do it anymore. That's how, you know, upsetting it's getting me. Look, these are first world problems. Alright, there's a lot more going on in the world to worry about than this. I'm just having a crap week and a water vent. So I resigned, and then I get a call from the manager from parts, and he says, look, I've not given up. You're a good guy, we want you in parts. So I said, look, please just do whatever you've got to do. So I've sat waiting around for a week, only to get a phone call on Tuesday saying they can't make the move, they can't do it. And from what I understand about it, it's something to do with the red tape that's involved, because I've been brought in as a technician. The recruitment agency weren't paying they make like a 10% commission on your yearly salary, you know, so they want that commission. But I'm going into a role that I don't want to do, and it's not a case that I don't want to do it anymore. The body's not up to it. I can do it up here all day long. That's why I want to be on a customer sort of basis, you know, away from the tools. But look, it's not going to happen for me. You know, I just can't seem to find that role that is going to suit me. It's getting me down, like really, really down. Like, but the head's going back to those places that I just don't want it to go, you know, but I can't help it. You know, separately to that, you know, we're in an absolute mountain of debt over a car that's just let us down. So now, you know, it's a bad situation gone worse. You know, it's the best way I can describe it to you. You know, I just feel like I'm never gonna be happy in my job anymore. I'm 39, turning 40 this year. I'm jobless, careerless now. Like, what do we do here now? How? I don't know how or where to begin. You know, I've even thought of going back to college, maybe learning a bit about, you know, business, maybe, you know, opening a business or something. I don't know. That is how lost I am at the moment. And the biggest problem with all that is come month end, I've got a load of bills going out which I haven't got the money for. And then to make matters worse, I've been given a speeding ticket for doing 44 in a 30. More money that I haven't got. It doesn't matter what I do at the moment. You go to Tesco's to get, you know, to pay for ingredients for a meal for the night, and it's 30 quid. You know, just to restock the house for the kids and stuff, you're talking 90, 100, 120 £120. Council tax gone up, water rates, gas, electric. I just can't. I'm struggling so much to survive now. I don't even know how I'm going to get through the next few months, literally. You know, I'm jobless and I'm getting older by the day, and my head's in the toilet. Like, I can't seem to, like, snap out of it. You know, it is what it is. Look, I tried a bit of an experiment this week, mainly because money's so tight, but you know, you guys know I'm on Manjaro, which is a weight loss injection. Now they've upped me dose from 2.5 to 5, from 5 to 7.5 milligrams. So I'm now on 7.5, and my last meal was Sunday. So I've gone nil by mouth Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then yesterday, which is Thursday, I had to have a bite to eat. I was starting to get stars in my eyes. I was starting to feel dizzy. I felt sick. So you know, I have starved myself like that in the past. So I sort of know the feelings that you get when your body really needs something to eat. But I lost half a stone like that. Gone. You know, I've been talking with a few lads on WhatsApp and stuff, sort of just sharing it along the way, and they're all really supportive, good guys, you know what I mean. But you know, here and now, right now, it feels like, I'll be honest with you, when my phone goes, I get sheer anxiety because it's a problem. You know, there's a problem incoming. You know, what's happened this week, just those couple of things, you know, it's like the cherry on the cake. There's so much that's gone on before that, you know, that it's just like, it's just gone. Look, it's what it is. I'm just having a rant and event. I'll be back on Sunday with another video about weight loss. Take care.